Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday. I hope your day is off to a great start. Today I am continuing my fall favorites series for this week, and we are talking about my favorite fall eyeshadow palettes. Yesterday I shared my favorite fall lip products. If you missed that video, I will link it down below. On Monday I did do a fall home decor tour. I will also link that down below if you're interested in that. I think I am most excited about today's video because I am such a sucker for eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, I think, has always been my favorite makeup product to play with. And I have quite a number of eyeshadow palettes. And when I was looking through, the theme that I noticed for fall really for me was purples. I love purples. I just kind of love jewel tones in general during the fall. And so really a lot of these palettes kind of look similar. There's really nothing crazy new in here. A lot of these palettes you may honestly already have in your collection, and hopefully I can inspire you to get them out and begin using them because I think they're absolutely perfect for this time of year. I will link everything down below in the description box if you want to find these, if you don't happen to have them already. So the information where you can find them will be in the description box below. And these are mostly high-end. I don't really do a lot of drugstore eyeshadows anymore. I know that that is not everybody's favorite because there are some people that just don't want to spend money on higher-end eyeshadows, and I totally get it. But for me, eyeshadow has always been worth splurging on if I really like the formula of something. So most of these are in the 30 to, well, even like $125 range. So, but like I said, a lot of these you may already have. So take a look through your collection. My eyes are green. I think that purple really does well with green eyes. Purple does well, I feel like, with all eye colors, but particularly with green eyes. So I think that's why I tend to gravitate towards it a little bit more. And I certainly wear purple other times of the year, but for me, fall really signifies the start of like intense jewel tones, and purple obviously falls within that. So that is where my inspiration comes from. All right, let's get into it. You guys know that I have a Viseart eyeshadow obsession, and the one that is gonna kick off this whole kind of jewel toned palette collection is the Bijou Royale. Now, I don't know if this one is super readily available anymore. I thought I heard it was being discontinued, but maybe not. So you can see there are obviously some purples in here, but there are also some really beautiful greens and blues as well. I really love the formula of the Viseart eyeshadows. I think they are unparalleled in terms of performance. They blend so easily. They stay put all day. The pigmentation is amazing. There's just nothing bad that I can say about Viseart eyeshadows. And this one right here is a really great one for not only the fall, but also into the holiday season. In fact, for me, probably most of these will be on repeat until the end of winter. So get familiar because this is probably, this pile right here is what's gonna be in my weekly favorites. So anyway, this one's fantastic. Obviously kind of a spendy one at around 80 bucks. So won't be for everybody, but you could check out this one from Viseart. This one's a little bit less expensive. This is the Liaison palette. This was released, I believe, earlier this year. So again, we are going with the theme of purples and mauves in here as well. I love this particular palette. There is so much to play with in here. This one feels a little incomplete because there is no super like neutral skin tone shade to kick everything off with. I kind of actually wish that this silver shade here in the middle was replaced with that like brulee type color, because I just think that that would make this a very complete palette for me personally. There's a beautiful mix of mattes in here as well as some shimmer and pearl finishes. I just absolutely love this one. This is what I have on my eyes today, so the look that I have is from this particular palette. If you don't have Viseart Liaison, I feel like this is really one worth checking out. Let's just get all the Viseart stuff out of the way because there's a lot of it. I am also going to recommend the Viseart Theory palette in Amethyst. So obviously these are several of my Viseart Theory palettes, but Amethyst is this row right here, so this row across. So you can see some beautiful purples in there. I just absolutely love this one, and again, you're getting a nice mix of some mattes and some shimmers that are just absolutely beautiful on the eyes. Nuance actually below that is also kind of a great one for fall. So for those of you that like maybe some warmer shades, that might be a little bit more up your alley, but I think this one is stunning. By the way, I have them all in this Tarte cheetah print palette, which is hilarious. This always cracks me up every time I get it out. But this is a really good quality. If this is still available on the Tarte website, I'll link it down below. It was a really good deal. I think I paid like 12 bucks for it, and it's got an amazing mirror. So you can, oh look, there you guys are. It has an amazing mirror, and it's super sturdy. So anyway, the Viseart Theory palette in Amethyst, I feel like is a must-have, especially for purple lovers. All right, let's do something other than Viseart for a moment, and this is the Laura Mercier Artist Palette for Eyes. This is another one that I just go gaga for during the fall months. This one does have some purples, obviously, and then it has some other nice warm neutrals as well mixed in. This is just a really complete palette for me here. This is the like super original one that I got when it was a limited edition holiday release. The packaging on it now is a little bit different, but they did re-release it, and it seems to be a permanent part of the collection at this point. If you've never thought of picking this one up, I'm telling you, if you have green eyes, it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this palette. It is really any of these, if I lost any of these palettes, I would replace them immediately because they are all just go-tos for me. This one is no exception. It is absolutely stunning, and I am in love with it. All right, let's talk some Marc Jacobs, and I'm gonna bust out this bad boy. This is somewhat new to me this year. This is the Stiletto eyeshadow palette. This has some beautiful purples in there. Also, it has some really nice, there's a really nice black in here. There's some nice neutral browns and some silver action as well, a couple of different silver shades. But this one is gorgeous. I believe these are $49. The pigmentation is amazing. I know a lot of you ended up picking this one up after I talked about it when I first got it, and you've told me that you love it as well. These are gorgeous eyeshadows in terms of formulation. Again, super pigmented, super easy to blend. They just stay put all day. They just look beautiful on the eyes. The intensity of the shimmer is like amazing. I really think that eyeshadows are worth splurging on. Out of all of the makeup things that I have, the one thing that I would never go like drugstore again would probably be eyeshadows. I could totally see myself buying drugstore lipsticks or mascaras or even blushes, but eyeshadow for me, there is just something about a high-end formula that just is so much easier to work with that makes it worth splurging on. At least in my eyes. That's not going to be everybody, but for me, 100%. All right, Buxom Dolly's Wild Side. You guys knew this one was coming. I just absolutely love this one. This is a really great neutral, again, mauve purple leaning eyeshadow palette. This has been out for a while. This is not new. It is absolutely stunning. This purple here at the end it's called Wild Thing. It is beautiful on the lid. This is also a pretty complete palette for me for the most part. This shade at the end here is a satin finish, but I can use it as an all over shade and for the brow bone because it's just the perfect satin for it. Like it doesn't look shimmery or shiny. So, but this is a great one to travel with. I think this is a really great palette. And this is one that is a little bit more affordable. I believe these Cover Shot eyeshadow palettes from Smashbox are $29, so pretty affordable. The one that I have for you here is the Cover Shot in Punked. So again, here we are with the neutrals and the kind of pop of purple there. This is a really wonderful eyeshadow palette, you guys. These shadows are really small, but I feel like that's okay. It takes me forever to get through an eyeshadow shade because I do cycle my palettes with my Shop My Stash videos. So once a month, all my palettes get switched around. So it will take me a long time to get through these. But I think what turned me off at first was the small pan size. But now that I have like realized that it's totally unnecessary to have enormous pan sizes, this has become a favorite for sure. This one's gorgeous. Smashbox has a really great holiday set coming out that has the minimalist eyeshadow palette, which I've been wanting, and then a new one called Nova. I think Nova is exclusive to this holiday collection. I will link that down below. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that because I've been wanting minimalist and I want this Nova one. It does have some beautiful purples in it. I think it'd be great for fall, so you'll probably see that coming up soon. Modern Renaissance from Nastasia. This is perfect for fall, you guys. And this is a really nice one because there's also warm shades in here, but it also contains a couple of Melanie Mauve type shades. Obviously, Boy and Fresco and even Antique Bronze leans a little bit more mauve for me. So this is a great one. There are lots of beautiful cranberry and rust type shades in here as well. So most of us probably already have this. This is the perfect time of year to pull this palette out. And I have a feeling that this will get pulled out next month for October. This is a really beautiful palette for October, especially with those cranberry shades. I really like incorporating that during October and November. So if you have this, get it out. This is the perfect time of year to start playing with this. And then my last recommendation is also just my latest addition to my eyeshadow collection. It's a spendy one. This is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. I have really enjoyed playing with this, you guys. This is gorgeous for fall. I mean, if there ever was a time of year to pull this bad boy out, I feel like it is right now. There's a beautiful... there's some beautiful purple options in here. There's a couple of cranberry shades. There's also some warm shades in here. So if you tend to lean a little bit more warm, you can play with those and then maybe slowly incorporate a little bit of the purple. But for me, the purple is really the reason that I love this palette. This entire row right here is just absolute perfection. This shade and this shade over here are wonderful transition shades. The whole thing is just perfection. The only thing that this is missing for me, and I would probably have chosen to replace this shade with a brulee type shade to make it a more complete palette for my eyes. But other than that, this is absolutely gorgeous. This one is, I want to say 125 or 129. I can't remember. I did get it on sale the last Sephora 20% off sale, and it was also discounted at that point down to 99. So maybe this is one worth thinking about for the November VIB sale, Rouge sale, whatever you're going to be a part of. This is really, really beautiful, and I highly recommend it. The formula has been fantastic. I did do a worth a splurge on this. I said it was worth splurging on. Some people were like, I would never spend that amount of money on an eyeshadow palette, and I get it. There was definitely a time where I did not think I would spend this amount on an eyeshadow palette, but when I picked up the Viseart Grand Pro and really started playing with this, like, that was, I think, when I got over my own personal, like, I could never spend that amount of money on anything. And you guys know I love this. I talk about this all the time. This would be another great option for fall. They did come out with a Grand Pro 3. If you really like neons or super bright shades, you should look at that one. I don't think I'm gonna get it personally because I just wouldn't get very much use out of it. I think it's beautiful, but I don't think that I would get much use out of it personally. But this one here is one that I reach for super, super frequently, and I absolutely love it. So that's another option for you guys. But these were kind of the main ones here. Let's see if I can lift them all up that I wanted to share with you guys in terms of beautiful, like, mauves and purples and just the perfect neutrals for fall. at least in my eyes. So let me know what your favorite eyeshadow palette is for the fall. And again, I will link all of these guys down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my favorite perfumes for fall, because you guys know I'm a sucker for the smells, and I figured that would be a good one to toss in this week as well. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.